So you're looking at a Piper Cherokee here, and what's special about this? After all, Piper built 32,000 of them. Well, people who know Cherokees will tell you that this is a PA-28-236, or a Piper Dakota. And what made the Dakota different was that it had a 6-cylinder engine, a 235 horsepower Lycoming in place of the 180 horsepower 4-cylinder Lycoming. What's special about this airplane is that it's a complete refurbishment called the Premier Edition Dakota. It's done by a well-known shop and brokerage over on the east coast of Florida called Premier Aviation. I'm with Corbin Halloran of Premier. And before we come back and look at the cockpit here and look at some of the avionics that have been installed, we're going to hear from Barry Ruthheiser about the Premier Edition Dakota project in general.
What we do in the Dakota program is we look for a low time, no damage history Dakota from 79 to 85. We bring it to our shop, we vet it carefully. We then put it through a very thorough and comprehensive annual. Now, all annuals are supposed to be comprehensive, but as many of us know, they're not. And many times, many time life items are missed, not done. And our annual on a Premier Edition Dakota costs anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000. We do it all. The airplane's taken down to bare metal. The aircraft engine is taken off and sent to our engine shop where it's rebuilt to new standards with new Lycoming cylinders. We take off the old 2-bladed prop and put on a Hartzell 3-bladed prop. The interior is completely gutted. We put in either an interior of wool carpeting and leather seats or nylon carpeting and nylon seats. The instrument panel is kind of a la carte. We offer several different versions of avionics going from silver, gold, and platinum. They're all Garmin, the latest and greatest. Everything on the airplane is covered by a manufacturer's warranty, every major component, prop, the engine, the paint. The pricing is, for our silver edition, starts at about $259 to our platinum edition, which is $329. In the middle is the gold edition, which is $269, $279. Basically, what drives the price most are the avionics. Now, having said that, some people have opted to buy the planes we've purchased that we were going to refurbish and just refurbish them to an a la carte limit. In other words, we do the Premier Edition annual, and then we will add in a different, to specs, amount of avionics. And those prices can be from $120 to $175.
Well, now you've seen what the Dakota Premier Edition is all about as far as a refurbishment. Let's talk about the airplane itself. Why have a Dakota in the first place? The Dakota really didn't sell a lot of airframes, but it was very popular among the people who bought it because it carries a hell of a lot, goes a little faster, well, actually goes a lot faster than the PA-28-180, and it just has generally better performance. So Corbin, let's talk about the performance in this airplane. You've just completed it, so this is really, it's a solid 130 to 140 knot airplane.
Yeah, as we were coming over here today, we saw the airspeed at 6,500 feet, about 142 knots, 75% power, and we're just breaking the engine in, so we're running a little bit more fuel through it, but the book's got you around 14 gallons. We're pushing about 15 and a half to 16.
Yeah, so once it's broken in, I think our surveys have shown that most owners fly these things at about 12 to 13 gallons an hour, unless they're in a hurry.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this airplane, we looked at the weight and balance, and the useful load on this airplane, I think, was around 1180.
That's correct.
Okay, so that means that in a Dakota like this, and this is typical of Dakotas, you can put 470 pounders in the seats, and you still have room for full fuel and probably 40 pounds of baggage. And if you down fuel a little bit, you can put the 4 people in with a lot of baggage if you don't have too far to go.
Yeah, that's right. You got 72 usable gallons, so that's what, 420 plus or 30 pounds of fuel, and then you got the additional weight as well.
Yeah, so if you got 2 people, you can practically fly with anything you can get in it, and you've got range. I think I calculated out around 700 miles.
Correct.
Pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
Okay, so Barry talked about the various avionics options that are available in the Dakota Premier Edition. I'm going to turn around here and show you the camera. So this thing is pretty well tricked out. It's got a Garmin G500. It's got the JPI EDM engine monitor. And one of the first things you notice when you get in this airplane, if you look down on the lower panel, what's missing? Well, there are no engine gauges and there's no power gauges. So that's all included in the EDM, and it's all digital. And let's see, that's got it's got fuel flow, it's got leaning capability, it's got engine monitoring trends, all kinds of stuff in that unit. And then we got down lower, we have the Sandia. It's the SAI 340. It's a solid state gyro. And I guess that's required as a backup for the Garmin, is that right?
Yeah, you want to have that as a secondary piece for IFR or nighttime flying.
And for primary communication and navigation, we have the Garmin GTN 650. You could have a 750 if you want. There's room for it. And we've got, for a backup, we've got Garmin's digital Navcom, the 225. And then there's an S-Tech. Which S-Tech autopilot is this?
This is the 55X.
55X. So this is a fully coupled autopilot for IFR approaches and everything. It's a nice ride. And then for a transponder, it's ADS-B out capable transponder.
And we have the in as well with the FISB weather.
As far as performance, one thing you do notice with the 6-cylinder Lycoming is when you advance the throttle on the runway, you can tell you're not sitting behind a 4-cylinder. It really accelerates quickly, it rotates quickly, and climbs well. A 1,200-foot climb, very easy with the airplane fully loaded. So that big Lycoming, it's a 0540, makes a huge difference. Now the GoPro doesn't have smell-o-vision, so you can't tell that this is a, smells like a new airplane. It's got, looks like a leather interior, and it's got all new side panels and carpet. Lots of new stuff in here. Most of the controls, a lot of the switches are new. It's got nice leather-clad yokes. Just all kinds of nice little touches in this thing to make it almost indistinguishable from new. And the attraction there is, as Barry said, is price, because, well, a new Archer, or really any new airplane, costs more than there is money in the known universe, so that's why used airplanes have the attraction they do, and this one would be half price. If Piper made the Dakota today, Barry said he thought they could sell, and I agree, it would probably sell, but it might be a $600,000 or $550,000 airplane, so that goes to show you what kind of value you have in this airplane. So we've been out here enjoying dodging the showers off the coast of Florida. If you'd like to find out more about the Dakota Premier Edition, you can go on the website at premieraircraft.com. Thanks for watching.